Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri was born on October 2nd, 1904 at Mughal Sarai, a small railway town 7 miles from Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. His father was a school teacher who died when Lal Bahadur Shastri was only a year and a half old. His mother, still in her 20s, took her three children as to her father's house and settled down there. Lal Bahadur Shastri's small town schooling was not remarkable in any way, but he had a happy enough childhood despite the poverty that dogged him. He was sent to live with an uncle in Varanasi so that he could go to high school. Nanhe or little one, as he was called at home, walked many miles to school without shoes even when the street burned in the summer's heat. As he grew up, Lal Bahadur Shastri became more and more interested in the country's struggle for freedom from foreign yoke. He was greatly impressed by Mahatma Gandhi's denunciations of Indian princes for their support of British rule in India. Lal Bahadur Shastri was only 11 at the time, but the process that was and day to catapult him to the national stage had already begun in his mind. Lal Bahadur Shastri was 16 when Gandhiji called upon the country's men to join the non-cooperation movement. He decided at once to give up his study in response to the Mahatma's call. The decision shattered his mother's hopes. The family could not dissuade him from what they thought was a disastrous course of action. But Lal Bahadur had made up his mind. All those who were close to him knew that he would never change his mind once it was made up for. Behind his soft exterior was the firmness of a rock. Lal Bahadur Shastri joined the Kashi Vidyapeeth in Varanasi, one of the many national institutions set up in defiance of the British rule. There he came under the influence of the greatest intellectuals and nationalists of the country. Shastri's was the bachelor degree awarded to him by the Vidyapeeth, but has stuck in the minds of people as part of his name. In 1927, he got married. His wife Lalita Devi came from Mirzapur near his hometown. The wedding was traditional in all senses, but once a sipping wheel and a few yards of handspun cloth was all the dowry the bridegroom would accept, nothing more. In 1930, Mahatma Gandhi marched to the sea beach at Dandi and broke the imperial salt law. The symbolic gesture set the whole country ablaze. Lal Bahadur Shastri threw himself into the struggle for freedom with furious energy. He had many defiant campaigns and spent a total of 7 years in British jail. It was in the fire of the struggle that his steel was tempered and he grew to maturity. More than 30 years of dedicated service were behind Lal Bahadur Shastri. In the course of his period, he came to be known as a man of great integrity and competence, humble, tolerant, with great inner strength and resoluteness. He was a man of the people who understood their language. He was also a man of vision who led the country toward progress. Lalabhav Shastri was deeply influenced by the political techniques of Mahatma Gandhi's hard work is equal to prayer. He once said in Athens, profoundly reminiscent of his master. In the direct traditions of Mahatma Gandhi, Lal Bahadur Shastri represented the best in Indian culture.